welcome aboard. So we're going to be doing a special air mission, a SAM flight out of Miramar in San Diego, and heading over to Phoenix. And let's go ahead and get jumped into the airplane here and get fired up. First thing I'm going to do is actually get rid of all of our chocks, covers, get my headset on over here. We'll get the power fired up over here, and make sure I've got the sound up here. I'm actually going to go 50% sound. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's not too loud. All right, we'll get the checklist up here. And excuse me there. Okay. As soon as the avionics get fired up over here, we'll start the checklist while that's happening. So pre-flight inspection is complete. Doors are latched. Parking brake is on. Battery 1 and 2 on. And Gen 1 and 2 on. External GPU we don't have. FADAC channel 1. We'll go over to engine start. Strobes on. Parking brake's the only cast message. Thrust levers set for 0. Brakes are going to be hold here. And we're going to come down here and just initialize really quick before we go any farther. Let me get all my radios set up the way I like them. Utilities, initialize. System test.
Higher, 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 higher. Stall.
That's pretty loud.
Stall. Stall.
All right, that's good. Fuel, 224 gallons for the flight here. Already got fueled up. Weight and balance looks good. And our flight plan, actually, what we're going to do is go back here, because I do have it in SimBrief, actually. Let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah, there we go. Request, import, and that should preload it all for us here. Let's take a quick look here. Departing at 24 right, and make a turn around there, head down to Julian, and then the Hydra arrival. And then the only other thing we got to do here, I know we're going to be landing runway ILS 25 right. So let's go grab that. Come on, where is it? Is there no 25? Or I'm sorry, not 25. I'm losing it here. 07 right, which it already has right there. And just double check in my waypoints there. Make sure we're in the right one. Yeah, that looks good enough. Yeah, we can always figure out afterwards. Let's actually preview it, see what that looks like. Show on the chart. Yeah, we won't actually go all the way over there. We're actually going to pick it up at Tesla, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and load that. All right, looking good. We can head back here, go back to utilities, and get the configuration. There we go, accept configuration. And then we're going to go to map here. And then flight plan. All right, I think we're ready to get fired up over here. The only other thing I'm going to do is over here on the other side, I'm going to go ahead and grab my ADIS. Stop swinging my head around. Let's see. Well, we're currently winds calm, 5 miles, fog, broken 900, overcast 1,814, 13, 29er, 9er, 9er. So let's go ahead and set that right there. And then get up over here. And as always, I am using Stream Deck Plus for my autopilot. So we're going up to 31,000 feet. Let's crank that up. One day, hopefully, FlightFX will give us a little bit of a quicker tuning there of our altitude. All right, I think that's good for right now. We've got that set. We've got that set. Let's go over here and just get our speed bugs all on. All right, now I think we're ready to get fired up here. So let's get rid of this. We'll continue on. Brakes hold, engine knob run, and then we can hear our fuel pumps going. Yep. That. Yep. No other CAS messages, and go ahead and get fired up. And we're just going to monitor our systems right here. All right, everything's looking good. No icing currently. It's what's the temperature here? 15. We'll see how it is when we're going up through the marine layer. Okay, ECS disable off and auto, and we'll turn that on. We'll do a little defog right there. And no external power supply. We're going to go oxygen master on. We'll hit the bleed at the same time. Avionics has been set up. The only other thing I'm going to do for the avionics, I'm going to go flight level change, and we are going to do a heading of 240. So and crank that all the way over here. We'll line that up and heading hold. Okay, caps, pins removed. Passenger briefing. We're going to depart heading west, make a right turn all the way around, and then head out to Arizona. Seatbelts on, bleeds are already on. Com and GPS is all set, and ATIS, we've got it. Altimeter's checked. Transponder is, we're just going to leave it. VFR. Heading and altitudes are set. Flight controls are correct. Trim tab we're going to set for +5. One more, come on. There we go. And flaps 50%. We don't have the electronic roll trim in the aircraft here. We're going to skip the toga takeoff since we've already put in our flight level change. And CAS messages, we've got ProP and parking, nothing out of the ordinary. Parking brakes released, and we'll check the brakes as soon as we start rolling here. All right. Just get myself situated on my map over here. Fortunately, it doesn't give us a very good taxi information there, so we're gonna have to kind of wing it right here. Okay, parking brake off. And I think we are in front of the operations hangar here. I'm not that familiar with Miramar. It's been a few years since I've been on. I should say, well, being it used to be a Navy base, or it's a Marine Corps, since I've been on board. Pretty straightforward taxi down here. In fact, I'm going to put our lights on because it is a little bit hazy here. Visibility is a little bit lower, it looks like. This is freeware scenery. See how far down we got to go. We got a big runway over here today. We're not going to be using all of it, but Figure we'll at least get a little tour of the airplanes out here. A lot of F-18s. Some of the scenery over here is a little whack, so you know, at least along the runways and taxiways over there. As a matter of fact, I think there was a tree in one of the taxiways. But hey, can't beat it for free. I think we've gone far enough over here. Let's go ahead and cut across and see where we're at. And here we go. Hold right here. Let's get a final look on our checklist here before takeoff. Okay, departure briefing is complete. We've got our landing light on, probe heat on. No anti-icing currently. No CAS messages, trim and flaps are set. And again, no CAS messages there. Normal takeoff, we know how to do that. We'll skip all that and we'll go right to the climb right here. All right, let's get lined up on the runway. You can see there's a few anomalies. If you didn't notice that little kink right there, that's a flight sim thing. Not the scenery. I get that all over the place. So I can't guarantee that we won't have one out here someplace on the runway. All right, I'm going to go to 50% and on the volume, and then we'll do our takeoff here. I think we're ready to roll. 50% on the power too. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's live. There's 90 knots. Let's go ahead and rotate up. Got positive rate. Flaps up and gear up over here. We've got a long runway here, so we can leave the gear down a little bit longer than normal. Try to get us sped up here to about 265 before I engage the autopilot. Alright, autopilot on and auto throttle engaged. Quiet that down just a little bit. Watch us go through the marine layer here. And I'm going to go ahead and hit nav, which I think I missed, but we'll go ahead and intercept our course here again. It's a little late on hitting the nav there. And we'll keep an eye on our temperature there just for the ice protection. Looks like it's actually going up. Nice little breakout at about 4,500 feet. Not bad today. Looks like we're intercepting our departure course here. Alright, let's continue our climb checklist here. So thrust levers are set. We're on auto throttle. Engine parameters, everything looks green, and we'll continue to monitor. Pressurization is coming up, and ice protection, we're all good now out of the clouds, and we'll transition to standard baro at 18,000 feet. Now, flight time over here should be about 50 minutes or so. Get a better idea here. Actually, I'm going to take a look at SimBrief here and see what it says. So, let's see. What time? 17:30. So yeah, about we got an air time of an hour and 11 minutes. So I'm guessing about an hour, 50 minutes or so. We might pick up a decent tailwind though. Just see the mountains there poking out in the background. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit, get a bigger view of our shot over right over Julian VOR and then out towards the desert. Alright, and as we climb out over the desert over here, I'm going to go refill my coffee, and we'll be right back. You guys keep an eye on the instruments over here for me. Alright guys, back in the cockpit here. Got some fresh coffee. And let's see here. Let me give you a little shot of our route right here. So there you go. Took off from Miramar right here. And there we are, just heading up towards Julian VOR. We'll head out over there to just over the south side of the Salton Sea, all the way across over here, and we'll pick up the Hydra arrival into Phoenix. And again, we'll hit Tesla. There's a little bit more of an arrival down here towards Buckeye, and that's what we selected for the ILS. But we're actually just going to pick it up right here near Tesla. As a matter of fact, we're coming up to 8,000 feet here almost. I'm going to go ahead and, excuse me, hit standard on the Barrow. And let's take a little bit of a closer look down here at the arrival. So Hydra, and let's see here. Yeah, Hydra, Gila, Hunt, Teach, Tesla. Tesla. Let's do this. Tesla. And then Falago. 8. And see, I think we got to get rid of this one here. Yeah, see, we're kind of like redoing them again right here, so it's a little weird how that works, but so we can get rid of all of these because they're duplicates all the way to, yeah, all the way to there. So let's get rid of that. Remove waypoint. A little bit of final cleaning up here is, I guess, what we got to do. Now this one here, I'm not quite sure where the heck it is. I do not see it on the approach. Let me take a look at the approach plate here. Tesla. Nope. Don't see that. Toti, Balti, and then wait a minute. Are we duplicated here? Balti. That's a duplicate. That sheet tells the, and just to show you what I'm looking at. Well, actually, you know what I should do is just bring it up right here on the screen. So let's do that. Let's go split, secondary chart. Come on. We'll do the approach to 7 right. Where are you? See, now it's not going to bring it up for us. I wonder if it's odd. Why is it not bringing it up here? 2 more. Oh, that's good. It would help if we actually get to the correct airport here, right? KPHX. Enter. There we go. All right. Approach is 07 right. That's the one I wanted. All right, that makes more sense. All right, there we go. We hit back there. Okay, so you can see there's Tesla. Belgo. Come on. Okay, Tesla Belgo. Kagor. No, I don't know where this guy is. Initial approach fix. He's out of there. Alright, so Calgor, Balti, 2D, and to the runway. There we go, that looks much better. He's got a little bit of tuning we got to do here. And let's see, we are going up to 31,000 feet. How's our winds doing over here? Pretty much a crosswind. You can see we're out over Borrego Springs, just clearing the mountains here. Coming up to the Salton Sea. Alright, that looks set where should be at 31,000 feet here just before we hit the Salton Sea. And then we will start speeding up to Mach 0.52. While we do that, I'm going to go slurp my coffee here. I'll let you guys look out the window. Okay, like 5,000 to go. So one thing, I wish this plane had a better climb rate. But hey, you can't complain, right? Much going on over here today, weather-wise. Let me see what we have for radar here. Absolutely nothing. Not a thing going on, or at least in the southwest is what I mean. And then as far as satellite, we can take big view right here. No, perfectly clear all the way out from San Diego here. Well, at least other than the marine layer, and into Phoenix. Let's see, new email here. Any builds. Discover the Norwegian fjords, huh? Looking pretty cool. Though I don't usually fly overseas very much. I do occasionally in the AIRBUS or PMDG 737. Mostly I've been flying the Phoenix A320. Obviously, if you look at my channel, you'll see exactly what I've been doing lately. Yeah, I think I'll pass any builds, thank you. Are we almost there? 1,500 feet to go. A little bit hazy there in the Coachella Valley, looking up towards Palm Springs. And down towards El Centro and the Mexican border there. Or the same. There we go. Thousand feet to go. And I keep getting a lot of emails here today during this flight, huh? Get my phone, get my emails. It's kind of funny because the phone that they model here is not that far off from the real deal. All right, there's our cruise altitude, and we're just verifying Mach 0.52 is our target. Let's go ahead and get our cruise checklist done here. So thrust levers, we're still on auto throttle. Just look down here, auto throttle, FMS. Ice protection not required up here, and we'll continue to monitor the engine instruments. Actually, I keep forgetting to bring up my Fly Live here, so let me do that. Let's see here. KNKX to KPHX, call sign, what are we going to be? Sam 777. That sounds good. Alright, now hopefully, if I do a quick refresh right here, it should come up at the top of the screen. There we go. Not sure why it gives me that weird aircraft. Let me take a look at that. Maybe there's something we can do here about that aircraft, because it's getting that from the sim. So nothing I can do about it. SF50 is correct, but I'm not sure what the dollar signs are. Alright, so this should take us just north of one of my favorite airports of all time. Yeah, scoot over here. Well, a little bit north of it. A little bit farther north than I wanted to, but right over here. See if we can get a view of it here. You can just barely see it right there. A little runway right there. Another one right here. Holtzville, California. Hello 4, right there. One of my favorite little spots here. It's an old World War II training base. Been there forever. It's pretty much just a couple of runways. Nothing's there now. The locals use it for, you know, run and drag sort of races and things like that. At least the last I saw. The last time I was there, I was flying out of Yuma, heading back towards San Diego. This is in real life when I started having developing engine trouble in my little Cessna 152 at like, I think I was at like 9,000 feet or 10,000 feet. I can't remember. I was climbing out. So I ended up landing over there as a precaution and spent the afternoon at Holtzville waiting for a mechanic to fly out from our flying club with another airplane from me. Alright, how are we doing on our speed? 0.5 and 0.7 and inching up ever so slightly there. So let's go ahead and take a look at our approach again. A nice little closer look over here. So final approach fix 3,000 feet right here, and I think that's what we're going to set for our descent since we're not using any ATC. So we'll just punch in 3,000. We can also get our weather for Phoenix. Let's do that. On my other screen here, we have got altimeter 2987, so we can preset that. Got a nice little thing here for the Vision Jet. Preset that. And like I said, since we're going to do a lot of cranking, unfortunately, with our altitude, I'm going to go ahead and crank down the altitude right now to 3,000. At 3,000 feet and Holtzville. Yeah, landed on this runway right here, heading west to that direction. Just taking off from Yuma back here, or up here, I should say. Over here. Let's see, what were we doing? 3,000 feet. Make sure VNAV is enabled here. We've got 12 minutes to top a descent. And I'm going to go ahead and arm our VNAV here, so we get the V path. Right there is our next action. I need a new mouse. My roller's acting a little weird here. Alright, just swigging some coffee and checking the stream there, actually. Let's see, what do we got here for our descent? 10 more minutes and we should start our descent here. Zoom out. There's our top of descent indicator. Here's a Yuma Boltsville that we just went by, and yeah, just a little bit farther over here is Blythe. So when we do get to Phoenix there, so the whole thing being that we're, you know, sort of making believe like we're a military flight here, and that's why we're flying out of Miramar and flying into, well, we're flying into Phoenix, but on the south side of Phoenix is the Arizona Air National Guard Base, the Goldwater Air National Guard Base, and it's a refueling wing. And there's a couple little spots right there for us to park at. Being that I was in the Air Force and Air National Guard also. And actually way back in the day before, when I was living in Phoenix, I actually worked at the base there for a little bit. I had a temp job. Have not been back since then. It's been quite a few years. Or at least on the base, that is. What do we got here for our arrival time? Let's see, landing 1714. Which, according to sim brief, we were going to be landing. Let's see how we're doing on our time. Departure arrival time 17:29. So we're a little bit ahead of schedule there. Now showing 17:14. Yeah. Of course, this is real time, based on current speed and all that stuff. So we'll see how this actually, you know, comes out. That's why you see it kind of changing around a little bit. We might just land at 17:29 as is there. Look at that. We're on our SAM flight here, doing a little bit of chemtrailing. Let's see if I can give us a little external view here. I might go a little bit quieter on the sound. I guess that's the side with the sunlight on it. And you can see quite a ways from here. We're right over the Colorado River here, or at least even past it. No, we just went over it, according to the live chart I have next door. And you can see all the way to the Salton Sea, and you can see all the way to Mount San Jacinto, Banning Pass, Palm Springs, Big Bear. Pretty cool. Now we should be starting our descent here in just a few minutes, so I'm going to take a quick break, pop out of the cockpit here, so to speak. I will leave you here with well, something to look at here. Make sure we don't go diving off anywhere. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am back. Let me get that back up here. we doing on our descent here? Have we started yet? Ooh, another 2 minutes or so. Don't mind me, I'm gonna munch on a banana here. It looks like our top of descent's coming up here. Got their carrot coming down. 28 seconds. I almost forgot to turn the sounds back up. Now, by the way, if you're wondering, hey, how come you're flying through the restricted area here? Well, we're at, what, 29,000 feet? I'm not quite sure. What is this? 2308. 2308 Alpha. Let's take a look here. And just so you know what I'm doing, I'm over here on Sky Vector, and I've switched over to the Phoenix terminal chart, where our said flight restricted area is located, 2308 Alpha. I'm going to tune in over here. 15,000, or correction, 1500 AGL to 80,000 continuous, and being that we are a military SAM flight, we have contacted Yuma and gotten permission to cross through there. Just FYI. We're taking a look at our landing time up here in the very corner, 17:15. Starting to see Phoenix out there in the distance in the haze. So it's currently 16:56. So what do we got? We got 18 minutes or so. 19 minutes we should be on the ground there. Luckily we're landing, like I said, we're landing 7 right. Is that right? Yeah, and so it's a quick turn off over to the guard base, so not a lot of taxi time right there. Always enjoy the scenery down here in the southwest. Not just that this is where I live in the southwest, but it's where I like to fly too. It's just the scenery is just so much nicer, I think, than the East Coast. Let's see which one's. I think that one's kind of nicer. Taking a look at all these little lava flows, whatever they are. Dormant volcanoes here and there. Well, I guess we could have started our descent checklist here. We should have done that actually before we descended. So we're on auto throttle for the thrust levers. Landing field elevation at Phoenix is 1,135 feet. Ice protection, don't think we're going to need any of it. Altimeter setting is still Phoenix 2987. We've got that preset. And I'm sitting in my seat. I don't know about you. Let's see, so 3,000, it's showing that right about Toti, which that's exactly what we want, 3,000 right there. And that's our little blue line right over there. By the way, a bit of turbulence here. By the way, that if you have the Vision Jet, that little blue line is not enabled. I never knew that. Well, I didn't know that I had that until I watched one of the real-world Vision Jet pilots doing the flight sim. And I believe it's under aircraft systems. Let me see if I can find it. No, not there. Yeah, here we go. See, so this is it. So you got to go aircraft systems. Hold on. Utilities. Setup. Come on. Setup. Avionics settings. And then you got to scroll down all the way. Where is it? Someplace here. Is it? It was someplace over here. Oh my goodness sakes! No, avionics settings. No, now I'm gonna look like an idiot because I can't find it. But it's a setting someplace. Let's put it that way. Avionics settings. Bearing. Oh, is that it? Data bar, field 7. TA. Estimated time of arrival. Or if it's one of these guys. I thought it was a different thing. It kind of looks a little bit different now. Go back here. I could have swore you had to go to something that said other. And then there was a little section there, unless the plane got updated. Yeah, I don't see where else it was. It could be here though. Let's take a look. There we go. Hold on. Set. Well, I think it changed, at least from what I saw before. But anyway, just so you know, that may not be enabled. That little blue line right there. And speaking of, we're below 18,000, so let's go ahead and switch to our field altimeter setting. Should be a pretty straightforward arrival here. Winds are, 150 at 6. Turn off my windshield defrost there. I had that on when we departed out of Miramar with our marine layer. Coming up to the all those little solar farms here. That's one of them. Sometimes it's hard to tell which ones are the solar, and obviously here it's green. Yeah, that's solar, I think. Alright, so I really should be looking at the arrival, because I do know. Got a couple of speed restrictions here. Yeah, 250 now, and 230 at our next one here. At Punt. Let's zoom in over here just a little bit. I guess I could bring it up here, but yeah, I've got it up on my other screen. There's not much to see on it anyway. But what I will do was, get ready here. Yep, speed's 230. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Even had it. It had the speed restrictions right there. Cool deal. So, I was going to say I was going to, I was just going to manage the speed manually here. Go over to manual and, crank down the speeds. But it's actually, it's nice that it is in. We do have the constraints right here, so we don't have to worry about it. So it's always good to take a look at this, because sometimes, especially when we had like our little wacky discontinuity there, with the duplicate waypoints, we've had situations where all of a sudden it just went from 230 and then it had it like a 265 or something, because that's what was on the the departure or the arrival or something like that. And obviously our airplane can't do that. The Vision Jet's limited to 250, even though it's a jet, and so it can fly jet approved SIDS and stars. We got to kind of let them know, hey, yes, we're a jet. Yes, we are approved. We can fly this, or we have to fly it. But we can't comply with the some of the speed requirements. All right, let's take a look out here. Coming into Phoenix, we got Phoenix off in the distance over here. Luke Air Force Base over here. 9,000 feet, so let's see what we got for checklists over here. So we can do our approach checklist. So we're going to be landing 07 right. We'll take a right turn off of the nearest taxiway there and park it right there on the right hand side at the base. Briefing complete. Get in your seat. No ice protection needed, and we're going to use full flaps and airspeed 140 here for our information before landing. Yeah, we're going to put the gear down. We're going to have the flaps and pressurization 0. What else? Ice protection. We're not going to worry about. Pilot off and VREF plus 10. Hold on to that for a second. You can see we're at 110. That's our speed restriction there, all the way to Falco. Which is out here. Or right there. I'm going to go ahead and hit approach. No, you don't have it yet. I was looking for the carrot. All right, Phoenix dead ahead. Take a look at Luke Air Force Base off to our left there. Now, as far as distance here, let's take a quick look right here. So we are just coming up to Falco. Falco is how far away? 17.9. Come on there, simulator, catch up. We could fly a visual approach here. Well, I'll take over. We'll get on the ILS here. I just want to see how it's working. I don't think I haven't flown the ILS to 7 right here in quite a bit, so I at least want to make sure we can make sure it's still working. Let's put it that way. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go manual on the airspeed here. We'll start getting slowed down. We're going to go to 180. And we will go 50% on the volume, so here we go. Got our glide slope and localizer captured. I just went ahead and clicked approach. I think it would have come up a little bit sooner there. Slow to 160. And we'll go first notch of flaps there, 50%. Winds at the airport reported 150 at 6. We're getting 240 at 4 here. Okay, let's finish off our checklist over here. So, landing gear is down, flaps as required, cabin pressurization is, well, we're dumping. Wow. A little odd. I'm not sure if that's, it's at 5,000 feet here. Okay, whatever. Alright, and we're going to turn the autopilot off and land. And we're going to be, we're about 110 for our approach here. I'm going to slow down to 110. And full flaps. Just a little bit too fast there. Alright, autopilot off my airplane. So there's our wind switching around there on us. You can see they're now about 150 at 9. brakes off. Make our right-hand turn over here. Alright guys, welcome to Goldwater Air National Guard Base, Phoenix, Arizona. You can see our hangars right up here ahead. Go ahead and go landing light off. Oops, sorry about that. And pitot heat off. Flaps up. We'll park it over here by the ops building. And you can see we've got the, looks like the FedEx facility on the right hand side, but everything on the left hand side is part of the base. Come over here to the just behind the Black Hawk right here. Park it right next to him. Right there's good. Park the brake on. And let's go ahead and shut everything down here. So bleed off. Oxygen off. And strobes off. Generators off. We can shut down. Wait for it to come down at 24. There we go. On the N2. Battery 1 off. Battery 2 off. And no GSX. We don't need you. Alright guys. Hope you enjoyed that little hop out here for a little SAM flight with the military here. Checking out the KC-135s over here at the Air National Guard Base in Phoenix, Arizona here. I guess the 140, is it, does it say over here? I can't tell. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Oh, let's see, it's just Air National Guard. I'm looking for the actual the wing or squadron. I think it's well, whatever it is. Here's where we're at. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna call it quits. So until next time, have a good one. Take care.